Hello, hello, and welcome to the 2021 BFPS Making Magic Happen live auction. I am so fired up that you're all here. We have a lot to get into today because we are here to support our students, our staff, and our beloved Boones Ferry community. Now, this is my fourth auction here at this school, and every year I have been blown away by the generosity and the support our community has shared. And I am very optimistic that we're going to see that tradition continue. We have a really lovely program for you tonight. We're going to hear from some amazing students, staff, and parents. We also have our traditional paddle raise, and this year that money is going to go right towards our Pick My Kid app, which has revolutionized our dismissal process. We are all loving that to pieces. And then, of course, we're going to get into the live auction. We have 5 amazing packages for you all to bid on. So speaking of the live auction, I would love to introduce our auctioneer for tonight, Patrick Siver. So let's give him a virtual round of applause, please.
What's happening, Whitney? Mr. Sweet, we're in the house. We're going to have ourselves a live auction virtually tonight. How much fun is that?
I am so excited. This is going to be a great night.
Yeah, this is fantastic. Hey, folks, appreciate you having me this evening. And everything you need to know about tonight's event is right in front of you on your video panel. So everything that you're seeing, you'll be able to make a donation to the exciting Pick My Kid program and the paddle raise. And you'll also be able to watch the entire show right here with us. And then we're going to encourage you to jump in that live messaging window and say hello, and let's make sure we give plenty of virtual applause to everybody as they're making bids, as they are making donations, and let's bid it up and bid high and bid often. Whitney, as I always like to say, it doesn't matter where you start, it's where you finish. And there's one golden rule in an auction, Whitney, and that is the last bid wins. So let's have some fun. Let's get it started.
Can't wait. So we're going to kick things off from a special message from one of our beloved community members and our PSS president, Stephanie Murphy.
Hey everybody, this is Stephanie with PSS, our Parents and Staff for Students, our parent group here at Boones Ferry Primary School. Most of you guys already know that. I wanted to hop on here and really thank you all for your past support of this fabulous auction. The funds from this auction and previous auctions have gone to support so many programs in the school that have made your students extra successful. Things like science, technology, engineering, and math. We provide games and enrichment to enhance all of that STEM curriculum. We also provide classroom and teacher support, field trips that also enhance the curriculum that your teachers are already teaching. And so there's so many programs, including the CAT system, which is our microphone system for the teachers, that is really benefiting from those PSS funds that we are getting from previous auctions. So those of you who have been taking part in that previous auctions, thank you for your past support. I'm also here to remind you guys that you have the opportunity to support BFPS and the students and teachers and staff at BFPS. Right now, you have the opportunity during this auction to bid on some amazing things and some amazing experiences and really help your students find success. This year, we also are using our funds for the auction, both for all of those things that we talked about, but for the pickup app, right? This life-changing pickup app, that 2 o'clock game changer. This pickup app is going to be continued. And so we are using these auction funds to help support covering this pickup app. So thank you guys all for that. We're asking you to continue your generosity this year, bid on some really amazing, fabulous things, and to continue the support of these students. So thank you guys. I thank you everybody for taking the time to be here. Also, I want to put a special thank thank you out to Abby, because without you and the many volunteers, this auction would not be successful. Patrick, thank you for being here. All of you guys, there's many hands that made this auction possible. So another way you can say thank you for that is bidding on some fabulous stuff. So you guys, thank you everybody for being here and taking part in this year's auction. I know you are going to walk away with some amazing things, and I can't wait to see them. Thanks again, you guys. Have a great night.
Hello. Oh my gosh, what a wonderful message from Stephanie. I just want to reiterate that part about STEM. How lucky are we that we have Lego robotics, AR sandboxes, 3D printers, and that all comes from our amazing support in this event. Next up, we're going to hear from our chair, the lady behind it all, Abby.
Good evening. I'm Abby Flaherty with my husband, Ryan Flaherty, and I'm your auction chair this year. Welcome to the 2021 Boones Ferry Primary School auction.
We are very appreciative that we were able to come together tonight and support the students and staff at Boones Ferry, even if it was conducted virtually. We are so elated by the financial support that families like yours have provided for Boones Ferry. We are thankful for the many field trips and real-life situations in which Boones Ferry students can participate. They never ask their parents to send money for these trips. Your continued support for Boones Ferry makes this all possible. We know that this year has been incredibly challenging, but we are excited that the next year will begin in the classroom every day and hope that our kids will be able to go on all the amazing field trips that the teachers and students are used to attending.
We hope that you were able to order your wine, your charcuterie plates, and desserts. We've been enjoying ours for most of the night. If you haven't, head to the fridge and grab that bottle of wine. Let's have some fun tonight. Open that beer and let's just enjoy the company of our fellow parents as we gather around the computer tonight. Let's start the 7th biennial auction and bid on some amazing trips and help these kids have an amazing school year next year. Cheers.
Cheers, enjoy.
I second that message that we should make tonight super duper fun. I love it. And I also just want to go back to really underlining that idea of how, with your support, we do make this school such a magical place. As a former member of the 4th grade team, I think we used to always plan about 15 field trips a year, and that is because of your support. So thank you so much. Let's make sure that we're making this a magical and fun night. And next up, we have a message from our fearless champion leader who has navigated us through a very unpredictable year. We have Dr. Jensen.
Dr. Jensen, I'm so excited that you have chosen Pick My Kid as the paddle race for this year. Can you please explain the difference of the pickup system with Pick My Kid this year versus previous years?
It used to be that there were notes and phone calls coming in, communication coming into the office, and even emails to teachers. And sometimes that caused a bit of chaos and confusion during dismissal time. The other thing is our old dismissal system used to be that the teachers would walk their students to the bus. They would walk their students to their parents. And the crowd of parents and students just was, it just felt chaotic. And there's nothing that feels chaotic about our current dismissal system. In fact, the teachers even talk to us about how it's one of their favorite times of the day because the instruction stops and they're able to really engage with their kids and chat with them until their parents pull up to pick them up here at the school.
I'm so glad to hear that the teachers are ending their day in a peaceful manner as opposed to crazy pickup. Can you show us in the back how the drive-through line goes? Wow, that looks peaceful. Where do the buses pick the students up from?
Avery, yes. I'm good, right? You can give that to Miss Megan, okay? You can give that tag to Miss Megan, okay? I'll see you later. I'll see you on Monday.
Dr. Jensen, how exactly does Pick My Kid app work? Like, how do teachers know when to release their students?
We have often been asked about how Pick My Kid works, and our property is actually geofenced, and the way that the app works is it allows parents to announce that they have arrived on campus, to let us know that they're here to pick up their child, only within a certain time frame and within a certain location. So you have to be close or on campus before the app will allow you to announce that you're here. And when a parent announces that they're here on campus, it begins a chain of events that begins by alerting the teacher and letting the student and the teacher know that their parent is on campus and nearby. And students start to gather their things, and as a parent starts moving through the pickup line, we align the timing so that the child arrives at the car at the right time or at the sidewalk to get picked up at the right time. One feature that we have not yet used with Pick My Kid that we would like to use next year, we wanted to be sure we really thoroughly understood the app before we launched this piece, is that we're able to turn on a feature that alerts parents and lets them know when their child's been dismissed. So, for instance, if you are a parent and you've delegated to grandma and grandpa to come pick up your child, you would get a text alert that your child has been picked up. Or if your child gets on the bus, you get an alert and you'll know when the buses have departed from the school. So those are some features that we're looking forward to using in the future. And the last thing I just want to say is how much we really appreciate the support from the PSS. We're loving Pick My Kid, and we're super grateful for the opportunity to be able to continue to use it next year. So thank you so much, and go Dragonflies.
Wow, Mr. Sweet, this seems like an incredible piece of software, and you said it earlier. I mean, you live it every day. This is powerful stuff.
Oh yeah, I used to always tell my kids at the start of the year, like, the most stressful part of my day is the last 20 minutes of the day. And it shouldn't be that way, right? It should be a joyful time. And this app has really allowed that to happen.
Yeah, that is fantastic. Well, hey folks, now's the time that we are going to be funding the Keep the Pick My Kid app. And the way this is going to work is we have an opportunity here. Our goal is pretty significant. But what we're going to be doing is soliciting, and I see some folks have already started to make some nice, generous donations. I want to thank Jessica Miller and Aaron King, and thank Mappy Rogers for her gift. But what we're going to try to do is we're going to raise enough money to renew the subscription and extend the subscription. If I understood what Dr. Jensen had to say, we're going to extend it and expand it for the next 2 years. And also, one of the things that we've also identified that would be extremely helpful is to be able to have cellular data for the iPads that I am assuming the teachers hold when they're out in the pickup lines. Is that correct, Whitney?
I believe so.
Yeah, absolutely. So we have a great opportunity, folks, and it's real simple, okay? This is the time when you're going to make a meaningful gift to let's keep using this system and let's make it even better. And it's having a phenomenal impact, and it's going to be even greater with your support. And PSS is in charge of making that happen, but they can't do it without your support, folks. So pick a number on your screen. It's right there in front of you. Pick a number that's meaningful to you. And I want you to think about, I heard many stories over the last few weeks when I've been working on your event to hear several stories about how it saved 30 minutes a day for some folks from what they used to do before Pick My Kid. And I'm going to encourage you to think about what's the time value, what's the value of your time? And if you're in a position to make that gift, click that button that represents what you value the program of Pick My Kid app. at. And let's make that donation right now. I'm so excited to announce that we have a generous gift to kick us off tonight from our good friend, Rick Rainoni. He is the owner of Cornerstone MGI. They're a great construction firm in the area, done a lot for building schools. Rick has reached out in advance and made a gift of $2,000. How about that, Mr. Sweet? $2,000 to get us started, right? That is fantastic. So, folks, if you're in a position to make that gift, I'm going to encourage you to push that button now. And I'm seeing some gifts come in right now, and this is absolutely fantastic. I want to thank Carissa with a gift of $150. Thank you, Carissa. And Jill with a gift of $50. Thank you. I see Autumn made a gift of $25. Thank you so much. Every dollar matters, folks. Make a gift that's meaningful to you, that represents your value in the Pick My Kid program and the app, and let's get it done. And while you're doing that, while you're making those gifts, let's hear from a special the parent of fourth grader Tenzin. Please welcome Yumi O'Neill.
Hi, I'm Yumi O'Neill, and I'm the mother of Tenzin O'Neill, who's in fourth grade at the Boones Ferry Primary School. And I'm here on the school grounds to pick up my son at the end of the school day. Tenzin, my husband Sean, and I have been part of the Boones Ferry Primary School family for almost 6 years. And I'm making this video in support of the school auction, and in particular in support of the Pick My Kid app. In previous years, when it comes time to pick up my son from school, it's frankly been quite of a hassle, a bit chaotic, and oftentimes takes a lot longer than we expect. But this year, because of the use of the Pick My Kid app, the pickup process has been far more organized, systematic, and quite seamless. In addition to the convenience and efficiency of this app, it has also helped enhance security by enabling the teachers and the staff to release the student to only the designated person. When you arrive on the school grounds, you press the Announce button, and it immediately notifies the teachers and the staff that the student is ready to be picked up. But the school needs your help in order to continue using this app for the following years. So please donate to the school auction, and thank you in advance for your continued support of the school and the Pick My Kid app.
Hey, thank you, Yumi, for sharing your story and your experience. Folks, the app is crucial, and it doesn't happen without your support. We need to make sure that we all come together as you have in the past and make a meaningful donation. We want to thank Rick again. That really got us off to a great start with a gift of $2,000. I want to also thank Addie Bergman making a gift just recently here. Also want to thank Corey and Caroline making a gift. Looky here, Megan Muth Larson with a gift of $100. Thank you so very, very much. Also want to thank Melissa Jankovic with a gift. Folks, every dollar matters. We're going to keep the giving going. Let's keep the giving going, and let's make sure that we can continue to use Pick My Kid, because it will only happen if we can fund it through this event. So let's get it going. And while you're doing that, let's take a moment to hear from another great family at Boones Ferry Primary. Let's listen to the Paul family.
We moved to Wilsonville 5 years ago from Salem and started at Boones Ferry when my kids were in first grade and second grade. We were immediately impressed with all that Boones Ferry had to offer, all the enrichment activities, the field trips, the supplies for the students. It was just a great community to come into, mostly because of all of the support that Boones Ferry has gotten from the community and the donors throughout the area. So here we are 5 years later. My daughter's now in sixth grade, gone all the way through Boones. Carter is a fifth grader, and I have a second grader. And my initial impression has stayed true and even become more of all of the amazing things that Boones has had to offer, from funding every field trip to supporting the teachers and all of the students to sending books home. It's just such a great community to raise children in, and I'm so happy that our family is part of the Boones Ferry community.
PSS could not have done it without the amazing donors that have been there supporting PSS and Boones Ferry as a school.
Throughout all of the years that we've been there and all of the years to come. So thank you very much for everyone for donating tonight to help continue to sponsor all the amazing activities at Boones Ferry Primary.
Thank you.
Isn't that great? I have to say, Carter is an animated young man, and it took a lot of work for Carter to hang in there, but he did a great job. And Emily was eloquent, and she's going to be. We're going to hear from Emily again a little later, Mr. Sweet. But what a dynamic family, and I love how they talk about coming to the community here a few years ago. And I believe Autumn's a teacher also and was teaching in Salem. And she, you know, when we were talking during that interview off camera, I was overwhelmed with the impact that the Boones Ferry primary community has made on her and her family. And she was so gracious about it and saying it's just been a wonderful experience and been overwhelmed with all the resources that exist at Boones Ferry. And as you've mentioned, and we've heard throughout the night, it's a result of this event and fueling PSS with the resources to help the teachers and the staff. So, hey, looky here, the gifts continue to come in. I want to thank Tiara with a very generous gift. Thank you. Kayla Smith with a very nice gift. Thank you so much. I also want to thank Terry Muth, as Travis Larson's grandmother made a gift of $100. That is awesome, right? And Ruth Flaherty, that would be Catherine Flaherty's grandmother, and I believe Abby Flaherty's mother-in-law, but making a gift of $50. And then Mr. Sweet, I'm going to make sure, I want everybody paying attention and to get in that messaging window, but you have led by example, Mr. Sweet. You have led by example. Not only are you emceeing tonight, not only do you have the impact that you have on all the young people at Boones Ferry, you're clearly one of the favorites of all times, but you have made a personal gift of $100 to keep the Pick My Kid app going for the next 2 years. And I, on behalf of the community, I want to say thank you for your generosity and support of tonight's endeavor. So thank you very much. Jessica M., she's chiming right in. That's awesome. She says, Mr. Sweet is the greatest. Megan Muth firing up there with a great Mr. Sweet, the greatest. I don't know that you're seeing these right now, Whitney.
I'm not.
You only have the one screen in front of you, but I'm watching the messaging window, and it's a blast. You're getting some serious virtual round of applause, which is exactly what you should be getting. And thank you so very much. Lovin' BFPS says, you rock, Mr. Sweet. And then Dr. Brenazir says, you are the best. Thank you so much. Melissa is firing up. Rally for Kids. Rally for Kids. Now, this is a good one here, Mr. Sweet. It says, Mr. Sweet for president. How do you feel about that? A little run in 2024?
I'll think about it, but I'm just thinking it is a good thing I'm not seeing these messages because it would just go to my head.
Well,
man.
there's you know, I do this for a living, so I've got a lot of screens going and it's all great. But no, you are clearly a well-loved teacher there at Boones Ferry Primary, and just my little interaction with you over the last few weeks has been awesome, and I can't tell you, it's fantastic to see. I want to thank Sharon Reebers with a gift of $50. I want to thank Robin Reebers with a gift of $50. Thank you so very much. I mentioned Kayla a few minutes ago. I know that Abby is backstage with us, and I know she wants to do it, but I'm going to fire it off just for the fun. Are you ready? Here we go. It is off. The fireworks are going, right? And I'm going to hope that catches everybody's attention, folks, because this is kind of when we're going to transition our event, Mr. Sweet. But I want to make sure the beauty of virtual events is the giving never stops, okay? You can continue to click on those buttons for the Pick My Kid program. We still have quite a ways to go if we're going to fund the next 2-year subscription. Looky there. There is somebody came to the party. Marie-Therese Cleary just made a gift. Are you ready, Mr. Sweet? $500. $500 coming in to help us fund the Pick My Kid app. I think everybody, from what I can tell, should be supporting this. This is awesome. Thank you very, very much. In fact, she gets her own confetti fountain for that. That is awesome. Mary Therese, thank you so much for your generous gift of $500. If you're in a position to join Marie Therese at the $500 level, now's the time. Feel free, jump in there and make that gift, and know that your meaningful gift will be meaningful to the kids and the staff at Boones Ferry Primary School. And they are rocking in the live messaging window. They are all over it, Mr. Sweet. It is fantastic to see. And, I think let's go ahead and have ourselves a live auction. What do you think?
I'm fired up for that.
Now, are you gonna talk fast for me and do all that?
Oh man, no, I'll leave that part to you.
Okay. All right. So folks, here we go. Here's the way this is going to work. I am going to make our items live on your screen. So you will be able to see where the bid is and to see what is up right now. I'm going to have Mr. Sweet be so kind and introduce the package. And then from there, we'll probably take some bids and we'll sell it. And here we go. Where are we starting with our first package tonight, Mr. Sweet?
I am so excited to tell you about this package, okay? This is a Dundee wine weekend, okay? You're going to get an $800 gift card to the Black Walnut Inn right in the heart of wine country, and that's going to be good for 2 nights. You're also going to get a bottle of wine and a bunch of certificates to some wine tastings in that lovely, lovely area. Now, that is actually my territory out there, so I'm thinking if this bid gets super high, I'll go ahead and chauffeur someone around for one of those trips around wine country. Seriously, I live right out there.
Do you really? So
yeah.
If I go out there to go wine tasting, and maybe whoever buys this package and maybe they enjoy it too much, they can ring up Mr. Sweet and have a place to rest until it's safe, right?
I'm all in. I'm all in.
That would be awesome. Hey, folks, something I want to mention to you that are still considering making a contribution tonight and support the Pick My Kid before we roll totally into this. I want to let you know that every single person who has made a donation, including you, Mr. Sweet, everybody that has made a donation is being entered into our Wheel of Names. And later this evening, we are going to spin the Wheel of Names, and we're going to select one lucky individual who's made a donation tonight, okay? And when we select that person is going to have the opportunity to designate one class at Boones Ferry Primary School to win a popsicle party. So if you needed a little bit more initiative and a little bit more encouragement, not only was Pick My Kid saving you time when you came to pick up your child, not only was it making it safe and you knew where your child was all the time, you could also potentially win their entire class a popsicle party. So make sure, like I said, you can keep giving to the Pick My Kid program, and please do. We're going to have a lot of fun. All right, let's take a look. Right now, we are with Mary Therese Cleary. She is at $850 on this incredible package out in the wine country. You cannot say enough about the Black Walnut Inn, can you? I mean, it is a gorgeous, gorgeous place. And this is an awesome opportunity to enjoy a 2-night stay right there at the Black Walnut Inn. So Mary Therese, you're in at $850 right now, but it looks like Katie Hirsch was bidding against you, and there's no reason she can't keep going. Chuck Norris from Aspire Dental. I think that might be a alias. What do you think, Mr. Sweet?
I'm guessing, but I'm holding out hope that maybe Chuck's in on this. That'd be cool.
Maybe Chuck's in the house with us, right? Maybe he could chat into the and we now have Megan Muth has bid $900. Absolutely. Megan Muth Larson has bid $900, and that's fantastic. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to let them battle it out just for a little second or two, right? And everybody they can talk it over at home, make sure the spouse is comfortable and whatnot. With what they're going to bid. I'm going to always encourage you to bid high and bid often. Remember, the last bid always wins. Okay. And while you do that, let's hear from a couple of our kids here at Boones Ferry Primary School.
I love everything about Boonesbury Primary School. The teachers make learning really fun. Thank you, Mrs. Scoggins and Mrs. Wilbur. Boonesbury is the best.
Hi everyone, my name is Sadie Jankovic. Thanks for supporting the auction and PSS. The school does tons of great stuff for us, like field trips, new things to learn about, and tons of other great things. So go on down and go to the auction and buy cool stuff.
You have some great kids at Boones Ferry Primary School, and I love them encouraging. Right now, we're at 900, need to be at 9.5, at 950 to bid. I'm at 900, need 950 to bid. Let's go, folks, or I'm going to sell it right now to Megan Muth Larson at $900. I need to see your bids. We're at 900. Come on, Mary Therese Cleary. Let's get back in the game. And folks, anybody can bid. The water is warm. Don't let them have all the fun. We're at 900. 9.5 is now bid. Thank you. Welcome to the game, Stephen. And now I'm 950 and need to be at $1,000. $1,000 bid now. $1,000 bid now. Need to be at $1,000. We're at 9.5. Need to be at $1,000. $1,000 to bid. $1,000 to bid. $1,000 to bid. And that was for Marie. We need to come on, Marie. Let's get back in. I'll say your name right. My apologies. It needs to be Marie. Come back in at $1,000. We're at 9.5. Need to be at $1,000. At $1,000 to bid. $1,000 to bid, and I've got it. $1,000. Thank you, Marie. I appreciate that, Marie. Thank you very, very much. We're at 1,000 and now 1,500. 1,500 to bid. Need to be at 1,500 to bid, folks. We're trying to get at least to the tax deductibility zone, right? The value of this package is at $1,245. Need to be at 1,050 to bid. I'm at 1,000 with Marie, and now 1,050. 1,050 to bid. 1,050 to bid. Let's go, folks, at 1,500. 1,500. Thank you, Stephen. And we're at 1,500. And now 1,100 on the bid. Now 11. Now 11. Now 1,100 on the bid. Now 11. Need to be at $1,100. 1,100 to bid. I'm bidding 1,050 with Stephen. Need to be at 1,100. 1,100 to bid. 1,100 to bid. Or I am gonna sell it. Need to be at 1,100. Come on, Marie. The water's warm. We need to get right back. Need to be at $1,100. $1,100. $1,100. No, stay away from the boys. Abby will watch the boys. The boys want to go. Here we go. No, I'm trying to read some of the fancy notes I'm getting backstage, and it's taking a little bit more for me to read them, so I apologize. But I am with Stephen at 1,050. Need to be at $1,100 to bid. $1,100 to bid. Abby says she'll watch your boys, Marie. Abby said your boys are welcome to stay with the Flahertys if you go to $1,100. At $1,100 bid now 11. Now 11. Now 1,100 bid now 11. And 1,100 bid now 11. Now 11. Now 1,100 bid now 11. Need to be at 1,100 to bid. At 1,100 to bid. I'm going to sell it to Stephen at 1,050. Here we go. All in. Are we all done? Need to be at $1,100 to go. What do you think, Mr. Sweet? Should we sell it at 1050 or should I keep stretching it out for 1,100? Your call.
Let's
Mr.
see if we can get that 1,100.
Let's see if we can get 1,100. I need to be at 1,100. Come on, Marie. Where is Marie? Let's go, Marie. And where'd you go, Megan? Come on back. Come on back, Megan. You are welcome to play. Anybody can get in. I want Chuck Norris. I'm still looking for Chuck to bid again. Aren't you, Mr. Sweet? We're looking for Chuck to bid. We are going to sell it. Even Ty's chime in and woohoo, get it, get it, get it. We're at 1050 and I am about to sell it. It's all in, all done. And I have sold it. Sold it. Whoa. And a Megan jumped in there. Megan jumped in there at $1,100 and she is the winner at the last second. Megan won it at $1,100. Fantastic. Congratulations. And have a great time, Megan. Appreciate you coming in. Hey, folks, I do want to remind you, there is a slight delay from when you hear me say something here in the studio and to when you hear it at home. So please do not wait till the last second to bid, right, Mr. Sweet? As soon as you get a chance to bid it up because we definitely don't want to miss someone bidding, right? And I cannot see you, so it's hard for me to tell and read your mind like I could if we were all at the Holiday Inn tonight. So congratulations, Megan. You are our winner at $1,100, and you're headed to the Dundee Wine Weekend. So fantastic. Our next package up. What is up next, Mr. Sweet?
So we started out in wine country, and now we're going to head farther west for a toast to the coast. We have a one-night stay at the Hallmark Inn in wonderful Newport. We also have a $100 gift certificate to Georgia's Beachside Grill, which I hear the desserts are just incredible. And you're also going to get 6 bottles. I'm going to say that again. 6 bottles of Willamette Valley's Pinot Noir Classique. Okay, so you're either going to have a really, really fun night, or you could spread that out and have some very enjoyable nights.
That's awesome. And hey, congratulations. I was saying it wrong. It's Megan. I know that. Megan, congratulations on that last package. All right, we are right now. I've got John Holman is in the lead at $440. At $440, folks. It is time to get bidding on this wonderful Toast the Coast package. We want to definitely thank Robin Reibers, LLC, for making this package available. Thank you so very, very much for your generosity to Robin M. C. Reibers at LLC. Robin M. Reibers, LLC. Thank you so very, very much for making this package possible. And 6 bottles of wine, Mr. Sweet. What would you do? 6 nights, 6 different nights. Enjoy it. Spread it out. Spread out your enjoyment and your support of Boones Ferry Primary School. All right, folks. So now it is time to get that bidding up. We're with John at $440. I'm going to give you the next increment is at $480 is our next increment. I looky there. Carissa jumped in at $500. We're at $500 and now $540 and $540 to bid. Carissa, everybody, Carissa is in at $540. John, it's your turn to be at $540. At $540. In fact, I'm going to make that next increment. I think I can make it $50. And let's get to some even numbers. And there we go. So now you will need to be at $550 to bid. At $550 to bid. I'm at $500, looking for $5.50 to bid. I'm going to give you just a few minutes to do that. And while you do, I want to introduce you. Many of you know her, obviously. She's been a longtime teacher at Boones Ferry Primary School and now a parent of a child at Boones Ferry. Please welcome Kelly Stanfield.
Hi, my name is Kelly Stanfield and I teach first grade at Boones Ferry. I have actually worked at Boones Ferry for 15 years this year, which is quite amazing. In all my time here, I've always been super impressed with our PSS and their commitment to not only our students, but also supporting teachers. I have felt so supported over the years by PSS, and one of the biggest things that they do for teachers is give us our classroom budgets. And it really, really helps us do our best to make school fun for kids. We get to buy supplies for special projects, get books for our classroom, and even things like pencil sharpeners that are things that we don't have to buy ourselves. And so that's a huge, huge weight off our shoulders. Another thing that's one of my favorite things that PSS has done is they now sponsor every child for every field trip. I just think that's amazing. I have other friends that are teachers and they do not do that at their school. The shift to not having kids and pay for field trips and not having to ask families to pay for field trips has just been amazing for so many families that gives us as teachers the opportunity to take kids and show them experiences outside of our school. Gosh, I could go on. They've given us technology. And one thing that's super fun is I am actually a Boones Ferry parent this year. I have a kindergartner, and now I get to experience all the fun things that Boones Ferry does, not just for teachers, but for families and students. I can't wait until we get to do fun things like when COVID's over, and I get to go to all the fun PSS events, not as a student or not as a teacher, but as a parent of a student. Trick-or-treat night and bingo night and gingerbread night, and get to experience Boones Ferry in a different way. And that's because of PSS. So thank you, PSS, for all you do. And thank you to our community for helping support our school.
Mr. Sweet, it appears that Miss Stanfield is also very popular at the school, getting lots of nice comments in the chat also. Thank you, Kelly, for sharing your story. What a neat, it tells you, it speaks volumes. You don't hear so often, especially in a public school environment, where students or teachers have students in the school. And that speaks volumes to the confidence that people have in the Boones Ferry Primary School. And that's a result of all the support that we're receiving tonight, Mr. Sweet, through this incredible event. And it's fantastic. Carissa, you're in the lead at $500. But someone mentioned to me, Jessica is firing up in the chat, that the seafood fondue at Georgie's is amazing. And I'm suspecting you could have quite a bit of seafood fondue with a $100 gift certificate in this package, Mr. Sweet, is my thought. So we're at $500. You need to be at 5.5 to bid. At 550 to go. 550 to bid. We're at 500. Need to be at 5.5. 5.5. Come on, John. It's your turn, buddy. Carissa, you can still get back in the house. And now there we go. Melissa is in at 550 and now 6 and $600 bid. Now 6, now 6, now $600 bid. Now 6. Need to be at $600. Come on, Mr. Sweet, at $600. We need to be at $600. I'm at 6. Carissa's in at 6. And now come on back at 6.5 at 650 to bid. Need to be at 6.5. 650 to bid. Now 50, now 50, now 50, now 50, now 650 to bid. I'm bid 600. Now 6.5. 6.5 to bid. It's your turn, Melissa. Come on back in. You're going to be staying home. It's going to be a beautiful, beautiful night over there at the Hallmark Inn there in Newport, enjoying that seafood fondue. Sally, welcome to the party. She's at 6.5 and now 700 and 700 out of bid. Now 7, now 7, now 700 out of bid. Now 7. Need to be at $700. Need to be at $700. Come on, Carissa, Melissa, you're going to miss the seafood fondue if we don't jump into the party at this moment. Here we go. Sally's at 650. Need to be at 700. At 700 to bid. At 700 to bid. At 700 to bid. Don't let it go so easy. It's all really good stuff. And by the way, I think it's important for everybody to understand, Mr. Sweet, that every bid, every single bid raises money for the students and staff at Boones Ferry Primary. Carissa, you're at 700. You need to be at 750. I'm with Carissa at 700. And now let's go, Dragonflies. I'm with Carissa at 700. And now 750 to bid. 750 to bid. Need to be at 7.5. 750 to bid. 750 to bid. Need to be at 750. We're at 700. Need to be at 750. At 750 to bid. At 750 to bid. We're going to get rid of it. We're going to sell it right here. No seafood chatter for you, Sally, Melissa, John, all of you that were, even Chuck Norris was in there early, Mr. Sweet. Chuck was in there bidding early, and he is now on the sidelines. Chuck Norris with Aspire Dental is on the sidelines. I'm at $700. Need to be at 750 to go. At 750 to go. Gonna sell it. All in, all done. Carissa, get close. Get your beach clothes, and you are headed there in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I have sold it to Carissa Reed. Thank you so very much. At $700, supporting the incredible community at Boones Ferry Primary School. Everybody reach out, give Carissa a very, very, very nice virtual round of applause. How do you feel about that, Mr. Sweet? That was a good number and helps out a lot of things, right?
Very, very awesome.
Fantastic. And speaking of some incredible opportunity, it is up next. Tell us about that next package, if you would.
Okay, so our next one is a big one. In years past, I know that people have been real excited about this one because it is a deal. Our next live package will be braces, and I want to make sure I'm saying this not right. Sinistraro.
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 Dr. Seth Sinistraro. I may have butchered a lot of names tonight, Mr. Sweet, but I know that one. Dr. Sinistraro has been incredibly generous with the school. And tell us about his package.
In all of my years here, he has been so generous. So this is an amazing package. If you have anybody who is looking to get braces in the future, this is for you. You are going to get a $5,000 $500 gift certificate toward orthodontics at one of the area's most popular orthodontists, okay? And you can use this for traditional braces. You can use it for the very, very popular Invisalign. There are some very specific parameters to this, so we're encouraging everyone to make sure they read it, the details in the online catalog. But I am very interested to see where the bidding goes on this one, Patrick.
Yeah, it's awesome. I tell you what, they're getting an incredible deal right now. $5,500 with Sinistraro Family Orthodontics is an incredible value. And right now, the high bid is at $3,250, Mr. Sweet, right? At $3,250 is the bid. So somebody is getting an incredible discount. They're making a huge statement in supporting Boones Ferry Primary with a very generous gift. But I think that we should go a little higher, right? Let's go ahead and see if we can't get it. Right now, you need to be at $3,300 to bid. At $3,300 to bid. We're at 32.5 with Andrea. Jacqueline, it's time to get after it. Kevin, come on back to the party. Kevin and Andrea have been bidding at this for quite a while, Mr. Sweet, but we're going to encourage them to keep going, and let's keep raising the numbers here. We're at $3,250, and while you're doing that, let's hear from some more kids at Boones Ferry Primary.
Hi, I'm Kira. I am a 4th grader, and I like Boones Ferry because there's always something fun going around, and there is really fun field trips like going to the zoo and this farm and plays even, and like all this fun stuff. And the people we should be thanking is the PSS. Thank you.
I love Boones Ferry PSS because they allow us to do so many fun things, like to go on field trips, and they pay for every kid to get to go to a field trip. Like last year, I got to go to BizTown. Some of my favorite events from PSS were bingo night, trick-or-treat night, gingerbread night, and popsicle social. I am truly so grateful that they're here at Boones Ferry.
PSS and Boones Ferry have been such a great thing to have. PSS has been there funding a whole bunch of different field trips that are very fun and very creative. PSS has even funded 2 buddy benches for our school. I had an idea and it went through, and PSS and Boones both helped me accomplish one of my dreams to have a buddy bench at our school.
Mr. Sweet, those kids are just awesome, right?
They are all stars. They are all stars.
They are total all stars. And even Emily, as an alum, right? Emily Paul, she shared a story where she actually approached the PSS a couple of years ago about securing those buddy benches, and that's a pretty cool story, right? Because
I happened to be there. It was a world-class presentation. It was
it really?
Oh
That's
my gosh,
awesome.
yeah, it was incredible.
Yeah, no, that's fantastic, and that speaks volumes about the community and embracing their young people and listening. What a great community you have there at Boones Ferry Primary School, Mr. Sweet. It is just fantastic, and it's awesome to see the support. On the Sinistraro package, we're at $3,250. Andrea is looking good right now. She's going to need to be, the next bidder needs to be at $3,300, and we're going to sell it, and it's going to happen very, very soon, folks. So I'm going to encourage you to need to be at $3,300 to bid. We're at 32.5 with Andrea, and now $3,300 out of bid, now 33, now $3,300 out of bid, now 33, and $3,300 out of bid, now 33, now $3,300 out of bid, now 33. Need to be at $3,300, or we're going to sell it. All in, all done, and I have sold it at $3,250 to Andrea Lemley. Congratulations and thank you for your phenomenal support of Boones Ferry Primary School. This is fantastic. And also, once again, another shout out to Dr. Seth Sinistraro and the fine team he has there at Sinistraro Family Orthodontics. What an incredible opportunity. This is awesome. So thank you so very much. Mr. Sweet, what is up next? It looks like we're headed to Central Oregon.
We are. We've got a great one coming up next. Now, if you ask me, there's about 2 magical places in this world. One of them is the hallways of our school. And the second one, especially if you're a kid, is Sun River. I spent a lot of my time as a child in Sun River, still go there every summer. And so this year we are offering up a 2-night stay at number 16 Juniper Lane. This is a great opportunity to give that magical experience to your kids, because you're going to get a bedroom with a queen size bed. You're going to have another bedroom with 2 queen size bunk beds. Okay. So you're just going to throw the kids in there. They're going to have the time of their life. You're also going to get 2, or I want to make sure I'm doing this right. Oh yes. 2 rounds of golf, either at the Meadows or Woodlawn courses, and a $250 gift certificate to the Sun River Resort. It's beautiful. You go there in the summer, you might even find one of those outdoor concerts that are lovely and just a blast. So this is a great package. Once again, I really encourage you to read the details. There are a couple of points about availability, but this is going to be an amazing experience, and I'm real excited to see where we're at, Patrick.
Absolutely. Well, the bidding right now is with Sarah at $810. We're at $810. I'm going to make the next increment. I'm going to make it simple, and let's go to 8.5. We're just going to go to 850 as the next increment that we're going to go to. Our next bid needs to be at $850 to bid. We're at $810 right now, and it needs to be at $850. At $850 to bid. 810 with Sarah. Katie, come on back to the party. Nicole, come on back. Faye, you're welcome. Chuck Norris is bid. I think Chuck bid on everything, but we haven't sold him anything yet, Mr. Sweet. So we need to get, looky there, I've got that $850. And now we're going to go ahead. We're going to take it on up to $900. So we need to be at $900 as our next increment. At $900 to bid. Need to be at $900 to bid. We're at 8.5 now. At $900 to bid. Think about Mr. Sweet grew up going to Sun River. I know we've all had an incredible experience at Sun River. It is always sunny at sunny Sun River. And Sarah, welcome to the party. Sarah's now at $900. At $900 to bid. Now 9.5. Next number is at $950 to bid. $950 to bid. $950 to bid. I'm at $900. Need to be at $950. This is such a special package, Mr. Sweet. I think we should go ahead and introduce our next guest, and then we'll come back and wrap this one up, okay? Our next guest is another teacher, one of your colleagues there at Boones Ferry Primary School. Please welcome Joanna Douglas.
Hey everyone, Joanna Douglas here, and I have the privilege of teaching 3rd grade here at Boones Ferry. Thank you so much for coming tonight. And I know a lot of you guys are here to help support our school and our community. You know, in order to raise children, it does cost quite a bit of money. And so, you know, all of your money really does go towards some really helpful things here at school. You know, and we're just providing opportunities for kids. We're providing, you know, opportunities that maybe the income gap or things like that are not providing for all of our students. And we're just kind of like leveling the play field so that there's never icky moments where maybe some kids can do things and then some kids can't. You know, PSS in general is just that, you know, anytime we have some crazy ideas, teachers like this year we wanted to do owl pellets. It's like, sure, let's do it. And you guys are there to always support us. And that comes from you guys, their families. All those supplies go to good use. This year with COVID, as you can imagine, it's been really hard on a lot of families. And so we have been, as a school, trying to send home as much supplies as possible, trying not to ask families to do too much this year. So, you know, whenever we needed something in a supply pickup, I know you guys were there to help support us. In a normal year, I know that there's a lot of fun things like field trips that you guys cover. Yeah, 4th grade, they literally go on probably like 6 or 7 field trips. And I don't even know how they're able to do that. Tell us how, Whitney. I want to know how to do that in 3rd grade. So I know PSS, you guys support all of that. And then we make it so that kids can just go on the field trip and there's no financial burden for kids to be going on that. I feel like PSS helps us, and they're kind of like the mom and dad of school, because when you need something or when you know you need some extra support, you can go there and they will always be there to, support you and push you and help you be even better. And again, like I said, that all comes from you guys helping us out and helping make PSS into this amazing, comfortable, just support network for us. Also, side note, you should donate just because the prizes are amazing. I probably shouldn't say this, but I know that last time there was one, a lot of teachers, we all came together and we purchased a tour bus that took us to some places to have some grape juice. So that was really enjoyable. So the prizes are really fun. So thank you for all you're doing. I know that, we're asking a lot, but every single thing that you do really supports us and helps all of our kids. We really are making it a place so that all kids can thrive here at Boones Ferry, and that's from this village, because we know we need everyone to help us raise these incredible kiddos. So thank you for all you do.
All right, Mr. Sweet, do you have any insight on how you get, did I hear 7 field trips? Is that right?
Yeah, a lot of field trips in 4th grade. It was a blast. And what an amazing message from Mrs. Douglas. Oh, she is my teaching partner this year, and she is amazing.
I really, really enjoyed her message. And I'm just blown away because I've never heard of such a practice where a school doesn't have to charge extra for field trips, right? And it's not like you guys only take one, you're taking a bunch of field trips, and that's all funded from the PSS, right? And
Yes.
Truly, Mr. Sweet, the PSS is just the vehicle, right?
Mhm.
The fuel for that vehicle comes from the people on the other side of the camera tonight, right? The folks that are at home that are making incredibly, incredibly generous gifts, and they're bidding it up. And it is very crucial to continuing that practice of those field trips and all those expenses for those field trips being covered by the PSS. Doesn't happen without our generous supporters on the other end of the camera tonight. So please continue your giving, continue your bidding. We're at $900 right now with Sarah at $900. Brownie 333. I'm sure there is some logic behind that name, but Brownie 333. Sarah is all over it at $900. At $900, need to be at 9.5, or I'm gonna sell it at 9.5 to bid. We're at $900, need to be at $950 to bid. At $950 to bid, I am going to sell it to Sarah. It is going out the door. You will not be going to Sun River unless your name is Sarah Brown here in just 5 and 4. Need to be at $950 to bid, folks. At $950, at $950, and I have sold it at $900 to Sarah Brown. And I know that my buddy Abby backstage has been wanting me to do this all night. There it goes. There's the little confetti cannon. We are shooting off the confetti fountain, and that is some fun stuff. We'll even throw in a little fireworks for Sarah winning that package tonight to Sunny Sun River. What's up next? This is our last package, Mr. Sweet. What is up next?
Okay, we have our final package. It's a big one. It's huge. I have to have my notes right here because there is so much exciting stuff. So we are calling this one the Say Aloha to the Waikiki Sun. This is 5 amazing nights at the Outrigger Waikiki Resort. And I just want to highlight, this was graciously donated by Jay Puppo with State Farm and the Lau team. I have to give a huge shout out to that guy. His support for the Wilsonville community is so top notch, really amazing. And he's keeping it going here tonight. So you will be enjoying a 5-night stay with a partial ocean view in a spacious, all new rooms. You're going to get 1 king bed and a really, really nice furnished balcony. It's going to be perfect for having maybe some friends over for cocktails. It's going to be wonderful. You are going to be steps away from the sand and the sun of the Waikiki Beach and all the lovely amenities. You're just moments away from some of the most iconic island attractions and activities on Oahu. It's an award-winning leader in hospitality, Outrigger is, and founded on caring for its guests, and extends this dedication to providing the highest standards of quality in health and safety. This sounds so amazing. Who do you think's we're gonna award this one to tonight, Patrick?
Well, it looks right now, Marie is on her way to Hawaii. She's not quite there yet, but she can pack the swimsuit right now. She is on her way with a bid of $950, Mr. Sweet, at $950, which is a sizable gift to support Boones Ferry Primary PSS. But you know what? This package has a value of $2,750, Mr. Sweet. So this is an incredible opportunity for one of our generous supporters of Boones Ferry Primary School to get in and get it done and get a chance to go to, and there we go. Katie is in at $1,000, and the bid is now at $1,000. I'm going to change. Our next increment is now going to need to be at our next. I'm at 1,050. At 1,050 with Chris. Chris is in at 1,050. Need to be at $1,100 to bid. And $1,100 bid now, 11 now, 11 now, $1,100 bid now, 11. Need to be at $1,100. Need to be at $1,100. Here we go, folks. Need to be at $1,100. Chris is in at 1,050. Katie, come on back. Marie, it's your turn again. Go ahead and bid it up here. Need to be at $1,100 and $1,100. There you go, Katie. Thank you. And Katie is at $1,100 and now $1,150 and $1,150 to bid. $1,150 to bid and $1,150 to bid. I'm going to go ahead and take it up to and we're at $1,100. Next number is going to be at $1,200. At $1,200 to bid. $1,200 bid now, 12 now, 12 now, $1,200 bid now, 12, and $1,200 to bid. $1,200 to bid. Are you ready to talk fast yet, Mr. Sweet? Are you?
I'm impressed.
Well, we it's kind of fun. I've got $1,200. Thank you, Marie. At $1,200 and now $1,300 on a bid now, 13 now, $1,300 on a bid now, 13. Need to be at $1,300. $1,300 to bid. We're at $1,200 with Marie and now $1,300. $1,300 on a bid now, 13 now, $1,300 on a bid now, 13 now, $1,300 on a bid now, 13. Did I mention this is 5 nights in Waikiki? You mentioned the furnished patio. You know what that's for. This isn't like getting the concrete patio with no furniture and you're sitting there on the ottoman that you pulled out from the living room in the hotel, right? This, you've got a furnished back patio. You're going to be hanging out, looking out. It's a partial ocean view room. We all know what that means, but that's a positive, right? Because there's no partial ocean views in Wilsonville, okay? And, the other thing that I can almost guarantee, what's beautiful about this package, right? What's beautiful about this package, you have 24 months to travel, Mr. Sweet. 24 months. So if you have any concerns about what's happening with our current pandemic situation and if the rules are going to change and a 27th wave or any of those things, not to make light of the serious situation we've been in, but you have 24 months to travel if you secure this package tonight. And recognize that your support tonight is going to impact immediately the students and staff at Boones Ferry Primary School. I'm at $1,300. Thank you, Melissa. And now $1,400 out of bid. Now 14. Now $1,400 out of bid. Now 14 and $1,400 to bid. Need to be at $1,400. $1,400 to bid. $1,400 to bid. We're at 13. Need to be at 14. 13 now 14. 13 now 14. 13 now $1,400. $1,400 to bid, folks. Come on back, Marie. This is still an incredible value. The package is valued at $2,750. We're not halfway there yet, Mr. Sweet. We're not halfway there yet. I'm at $1,300, looking for $1,400 to bid. $1,400 will get us to halfway. Need to be at $1,400. Someone, Jessica, thank you for your kind words in the chat. She said, we traveled to Hawaii in January and felt very, very safe. Absolutely. This is fantastic. And you know what? The other thing I didn't mention to you, Mr. Sweet, there are no blackout dates on this package. You've got 24 months to travel, and there's no blackout dates. Now, that means that they have to have a room to rent you, okay? But if you wanted to go at the holiday season, if you want to go when it's raining in Portland, that would be a good time to go, because I looked at this package And not one time did I see rain. Not one time. I'm at 1,300 right now with Melissa. Come on back, Marie. Come on in, Katie. It's time. Chris Evans, come on back. Where are you at, Chris? It is time. I'm with Melissa at 1,300. Need to be at 1,400 to bid. At 1,400 to bid. At 1,400 to bid. Come on in, folks. At 1,400. The water is warm. All right. Need to be in at 1,400. That's a big deal. Rally for Kids. You are exactly right. No blackout dates. They just have to have an empty room for you, and you are in. It is now time, folks. This is an incredible, incredible opportunity. Marie listened. She's in. Go get them, Marie. She is in at 1,400, and now 1,500 out of bid. Now 15. Now 1,500 out of bid. Now 15, and 1,500 to bid. 1,500 to bid. I'm at bid 1,400. Now 15. Now 1,500 out of bid. Now 15, and 1,500 out of bid. Now 15. Now 1,500 out of bid. Now 15, and 1,500 out of bid. Now 15. Now 1,500 out of bid. Now 15. I'm bid 14. Need to be at 1,500. At 1,500 to bid. 14 is bid. Now 15, and now 1,500 out of bid. Now 15, and 1,500 to bid. 1,500 to bid. Megan is saying it's way below market value. Megan is all over it. She is our resident expert on value, and she says this is way below market value. I could not agree more, Megan. This is an incredible, incredible opportunity, folks. Right now, Marie is in at 1,400. I'm looking for 1,500, and 1,500 out of bid. Now 15. Now 1,500 out of bid. Now 15, and 15 to bid. Need to be at 15, and now 15, and now 1,500 out of bid. Now 15. Now 1,500 out of bid. Now 15. Marie is almost there. She is packing. She's about to close the suitcase on this deal, Mr. Sweet. She's about to close. This is the ultimate field trip, right? The ultimate field trip. Get to go to Waikiki and beautiful on the main island, on the big island. You're very convenient to all the wonderful tourist attractions, all the incredible. And at the worst case scenario, you've got that beautiful patio. You'll be out there sipping a little Mai Tai, little something, something. Maybe you can borrow some of those bottles of wine that we sold earlier. Maybe you can bid on some wonderful packages on the silent and get some more, more fun wine or something to go with you. But I'm at 1,400. I'm looking for 1,500. Folks, let's not sell it this low. Every bid raises money. Every bid raises money for Boones Ferry Primary School. Even if you don't get it, let's make that. This is the last package, folks. Let's make it happen. I love Anka backstage typing those in right on cue. She is on top of it tonight. Thank you so very much. Let's go, folks. Now is the time. We're at 1,400. Don't let me sell it at 1,400. Let's go ahead and get it to $1,500 bid and $1,500 to bid. 1,500 to bid and 1,500 out of bid. Now 15. Now 1,500 out of bid. Now 15. Need to be at 1,500. I'm going to sell it. Melissa, don't lose this package.
I just keep thinking about what it's like in February when you
and
had
there
about
we go, just like that
rain.
on cue. Melissa's in at 1,500. Melissa's in at 1,500, and now 1,600. Marie, don't stay home. You've already got your bag packed. Let's go. Here we go. You got 24 months to pull that bag right through TSA and head to sunny Waikiki. Need to be there, and I'm at 1,500 with Melissa, and now I need to be at $1,600 to bid. 1,600 out of bid. Now 16. Now 1,600 out of bid. Now 16, and 1,600 to bid. 1,600 to bid. I'm at 15. Now 16, and 1,600 out of bid. Now 16. 16 to bid. Come on, Marie. Let's get back in. The water's warm. It is always warm. It is always warm there in Waikiki, don't you think, Mr. Sweet? Absolutely. Here we go. We're at 1,500. Need to be at 16 and $1,600. They're cheering her on. Oh, man, a Mai Tai sounds so good. Yes, it does, Abby Flair. No question about it. Brownie 333's all over it. Go, go, go. Yay, Melissa. We're cheering for you, Melissa, but I really want somebody to come in and raise that price. We're at 1,500. Need to be at 16 and 1,600 out of bid. Now 16. Now 1,600 out of bid. Now 16 and 1,600 to bid. 1,600 to bid. Need to be at 16. At 1,600 to bid. I'm at 15. I'm gonna sell it here. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. We might have gotten the fast lane too quick for the group. I'm gonna knock that next bid. I'm gonna give it one chance here, folks. At 1,550 to bid. At 1,550 to bid. We're at 1,500. Giving it to you at 1,550. Need to come back in at 1,550 to bid. If I can get a 1,550, it's $50, folks. And you heard about all those incredible trips all those incredible field trips that the students get to take, and they never bring home that envelope for you to put money in because of the support that the PSS gets from this event. Let's keep that going. Place another bid, folks. Place another bid. Every bid is raising money for your students and your staff at Boones Ferry Primary School. Now is the time. Melissa's at 1,500. Need to be at 1,550 to bid. At 1,550 to bid. We're all in. We're going to sell it. Here we go. Get the fireworks ready, Abby. We're at $1,500. At $1,500, who couldn't use a getaway in the next couple of years? 24 months. No blackout dates. Need to be at 1,550. At 1,550 to bid. At 1,550 to bid. All in, all done. And I have sold it. Sold it to Melissa Jankovic at $1,500. Fire off the fireworks. Shoot off the confetti fountain. We are having us a party. Hey, this is fun. There they go. And we might even do a little bit of a confetti float. Here we go. There's some more. It's coming from the rooftops now, Mr. Sweet. You can't see it on your view, but I can see it. The confetti is floating down. We have a winner. Congratulations, Melissa Jankovic, so much for your incredible generosity in supporting the school and the PSS with a gift of $1,500. Wow, this has been incredible. What a fun night this has been, Mr. Sweet. It's just been fantastic. But you know what? We're not done. We've got a popsicle party to give away. Now, popsicle parties, are those pretty fun at Boones Ferry?
Oh, incredibly fun.
Yeah. What kind of popsicles do they pass out?
We're talking Otter Pops most of the time. But yeah, the kids love it. This is the time of year, right, where we get to go outside, enjoy some vitamin D, have a popsicle. It is the best.
It is the best. And hey, folks, we're about to put up the Wheel of Names, okay? The Wheel of Names is about to come up, and we are going to be firing that up. And right now, the Wheel of Names is about to appear. What we've done is everybody that has made a donation tonight to the Pick My Kid program, your name is on the wheel right now, and we are about to spin the wheel. And when we spin the wheel, the winner will be chosen, and that person will have the opportunity to designate a classroom to receive a popsicle party. So from behind the scenes, Miss Anka, would you please spin that wheel? Here we go. Who you think it's going to be, Mr. Sweet?
It's definitely going to be me.
Oh, it could be. It could be. And looky there, Addie Bergman. Addie Bergman, congratulations. Addie Bergman, you get the opportunity to designate one classroom to win an incredible popsicle party. All right, this has been a lot of fun. A couple of things I want to, as we wrap up, you still have a few minutes to bid on the balance of our online packages. So if you haven't placed your last and final bids, please jump over to those pages and pick out, make sure all your bids is as high as they can get. And what will happen is those will begin to close at 8:15. And what I mean by that is if a package receives a bid within the last 5 minutes, so in other words, after 8:10, those packages will extend another 5 minutes. Okay. So don't be surprised. That just means somebody outbid you, but you'll get your notification that you got outbid. Okay. And you'll be able to place your bids, but please, 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 Property Off My Kids just made a donation to the Pick My Kids program. Thank you so very, very much. Kayla, thank you so very, very, very much for your generosity. Also, folks, what's going to happen is at the end of the evening, you will notice that I will click on a shopping cart will now pop up on your screen on the top. In the top right, you'll see your shopping cart. If you've made a donation, if you made a purchase tonight, you can just click on that shopping cart. You can check out. Obviously, you're going to have a few more bids. Looky there. What a great deal. Deborah DeVore just made a gift of $100, Mr. Sweet. $100 gift coming from Deborah DeVore. Thank you so very, very much for your generosity, folks. The giving doesn't have to end. We want to keep that Pick My Kid program for the next 2 years, and we are trying to fund that right now. There's a lot of love in the chat for the DeVore family right now. So thank you very much. If you want some of that love, folks, click on that donate button and make a gift. And whatever is meaningful to you, know it will definitely be meaningful to the families at Boones Ferry Primary. Last thing I'm going to mention to you tonight, folks, if you did win a package tonight, you will be able to pick those up. All of your items, okay? All of your items will be available 8 to 4 this Friday, from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. this Friday at a personal residence close to the school. The address will be on your receipt. We do not want to put that on the live air. We don't want it to be out in the public. So please check your receipt that you receive after you've paid your bill, checking out of the cart, and you can pick up your packages this week on Friday from 8 to 4. Mr. Sweet, I cannot thank you enough. It has been an honor and a pleasure to be in your company, even though it was virtually. I hope that we get to do this in person. I would be honored to share a stage with you and be a part of this incredible community. I haven't got to meet any of these folks personally in person, and I can't wait. We take our mask off and we can stand up in that big party room and raise a lot of money for Boones Ferry Primary School. I want to thank everybody out there for supporting your school tonight, and especially Mr. Sweet for doing an incredible job as the MC tonight. I'll turn it over to you, buddy. Finish it up. Here we go.
Thank you so much. That was wonderful. Everyone at home, let's give Patrick a big virtual round of applause. He was amazing. I learned so much working with him. I also want to thank Anka from Tree Fan Events. She is our producer behind the scenes, making all the magic work. She is amazing. I want to thank our teachers who donated their time and those really special experiences. I want to thank all of our sponsors, all of our donors. I want to thank all of PSS for all their hard work. And I really, really want to thank Abby. It just kind of hit me that she's been with us for less than 2 years and she just crushed the auction for us. That is amazing. Huge, huge, huge thank you to Abby. And lastly, thank you to all of you. That was wonderful. I cannot wait to see you again soon and connect. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting our wonderful school, and good night, friends.